Hey, I'm back in Ark. If you were wondering why I wasn't on yesterday, I decided the day before I was going to take the leap with the Ark server and put it on a dedicated server. And then was thinking about possibly making content on that. And then I actually started the process. And yeah. Spent nearly a day getting to here. And here's not even where I wanted to be. So, long story. So, a couple of days ago, I said, well, I'm gonna go find a hosting server. Ark's looking like fun again. Just in case, just keep me occupied and stuff, So, when I initially started this, I said, well, I guess I could make content out of it. And then I don't really need, well, I thought I was going to need a server. And then I started a local game with Ark Ascended. And yeah, my computer can play this game. So, I started playing locally. And that's when I started doing the content on this. And had in my mind that, yeah, this technology is probably advanced enough. It's probably not as janky as it used to be. It played pretty solid. Maybe all the network stuff is okay. And, and with the new, how do they call this? Containerization of servers and stuff, right? I work with this stuff. And, technology will be better, and, I could probably transfer my save point for my local game to the dedicated server game. So, did a search, and then now the Google search hands me off to an AI and starts having a conversation with me on this. And I asked it, well, I want to transfer my local game save point to the dedicated server save, to my dedicated server instance, which I will be purchasing. And it gave me like a list of stuff that I had to do, and I read through it, and then it was like, yeah, okay, this seems reasonable and expected. All right. And I even told it, well, I'm actually being hosted by this company, and it rewrote the instructions specific to my situation. AI is pretty cool these days, if you know how to use it. Anyways, so I started following this list, and so what is this list? Go to my local game, dig up the save point and my character sheet file. Take my character sheet file, rename it from local something to my Steam ID dot arc something, arc pack or something like that. And so I did that. I uploaded both files to the server. I didn't have to, but I went to their utility to install the mods, and that was effing painless. It's like going to Cursed and getting add-ons for WoW and stuff. It's kind of that easy now. And just in case, but from what I think in the setup file, if you put a list of the mod IDs, it'll download it for you. You didn't have to do the registering the mod into your instance thing through their interface. You can just put it in your config files, or one of the files that you upload. The start of the instance couldn't connect, which is kind of weird. And then after many attempts, I figured, you know what? It's probably one of those things where I did a save point in probably an older version, and during the time it took for me to move all this over, because it's like the local instance gets shut down. You know, it's not like a live instance that does the updates and stuff and runs the game. I might have did a save point just before the game updated, and then the save point doesn't work anymore. It was kind of weird because the error it was giving me is that it couldn't connect. Like, it was running, but it couldn't connect. Like, there's like this, they call it the Archon connection. And I think it's sort of like a querying connection. Sort of like, you can ask it like statuses by setting it like an argument in whatever you send it, and it will send you back a response which has the text saying what's going on, or the code, or whatever, or some data object that you can use for stuff, to set up stuff. Kind of like a feed. If you wanted to know, if you wanted, let's say, a live feed of what's going on in the instance to some website, you can actually do that. So yeah. Anyhow, so struggled with that for, because this is still like a couple of days ago night. Like in the afternoon, I just said, you know, I'm doing this. You know, I'm buying it. Anyways, I should have done this on the weekend. Anyhow, where was I? Right. Oh yeah, right. Struggled with the Archon thing. Said fuck it. Wiped the instance at this point twice. So I said, you know what? I'm going to load a fresh instance. Then I'm going to switch to admin. Then I'm going to fly to Herbivore Island. And then I'll just start there. And, like, rebuild my base the way I wanted it to. So I don't have to go through that. Because, you know, I've already gone through a whole evening of, like, what the fuck's going on. So anyways, did that, spent all day yesterday rebuilding my base here, and going through the struggles because, like, there's a lot of things I didn't know about the settings and stuff. And, like, for example, there's this switch in the file that says something single player. Right? And I was like, I wasn't thinking. I was just assuming single player meant local, you know? And so I thought it was a switch that I only needed in the local game. So I removed it. And that's just one example. Anyways, come to find out on this thing I removed, it basically tells the game, treat it as if playing on this instance is a single player experience. So everything gets boosted because you're alone, which was the experience I was having locally. You know, I wasn't thinking, because I think I just literally chose easy, and that's probably what it did on top of other things. So was having a, it was probably why I was having a really fun time playing Ark. It was just ramped, but you know, not overly ramped. Like I still died and stuff, but you know, like, and so I was like relearning a lot of stuff too. So anyways, I started up level 1 and admin my way, flew to this island. Maybe I'll show you what that's like. It's kind of weird. Actually, it kind of makes sense. Come to think of it. Anyhow, where was I? So I got here, and of course had to relearn how to use the cheats in the game. They call it admin cheats. So basically, it toggles things like allowing me to fly, or me being God, where I have infinite stats and stuff. Or right now, one I'm using right now, it's infinite weight, which means I can carry as much stuff as I want. The only problem is anything that I ride on will have whatever weight I'm carrying, and it won't be able to move. So, you know, there's things and things, right? So yeah, and rebuilt the base, and kind of built it like, you know, first of all, I built it in metal. Think I just wanted this as sort of like a home base, save point, whatever, safe spot. I think that's what they call it these days, a safe spot. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. You know, where I just have everything handy that I would need. So I rebuilt the base in metal and kind of sized it a little slightly larger and stuff. I remembered how to use the air conditioners. You actually stick it through the windows. So I have this throughout my whole base right now. Cooling it all down and stuff. Yeah, I spawned in the grinder. It's kind of cool. I'll show you what that does later. That's the traps thing. So yeah, I made this bigger, at least big enough that I have put up these doors once I figured out how big they were, which is actually, it's 2 walls high, 2 walls thick. I guess my perspective kind of makes me think it's like rectangle when it's not. It's just perspective. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I'll show you around the base. So generator, a bigger hallway, just the store stuff. I went all the way. I wasn't fucking around. But I wasn't ridiculous either. I kept it as minimal as possible. Oops. Alright, so same design stairs. Made this a lot bigger, but this is going to be, instead of the little shack I had built up here, it's longer now, right? So, and it's now like a hangar for the arch and tables. I can just like sit here and stuff. And I'd have like this hangar, double-ended hangar kind of thing where they can fly in and stuff. Have the roof thing going. Not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, because, well, it'll be like my quick landing spot, I guess. I guess that works. But I also have another roof too, like here. I used the crystal in here, and it's fine. It's just, it's like, you can see the health, right? It's like 2,000, right? And then if you go with steel, it's like 10,000. I think they're strong. It's just not as strong as steel. So anything angry that wants to come in here through the roof, it can't. It just needs to, you know, crash it and stuff. And I know a few dinos that can do that accidentally already. Oh yeah. Didn't do the spidery thing anymore. Kind of kept it like a clover leaf kind of thing, the back end. So I just have the forge, and I brought the kitchen in a little closer. See, and doesn't have those extensions to the side. What am I facing? To the west. Yeah, the west part is a lot emptier. I didn't do the boat yet. And I was thinking I wasn't going to do the boat, but then I was thinking, oh yeah, I need the boat to move heavy dinos. I mean, not that the new Zeppelin can't either, it's just that it's still a tight space. And that I can show you in a bit. That's going to be interesting. It's just over there. You'll already see it's slightly different, but I'll show you. Anyways. Right. How do I get down here? Oh yeah, here. I remembered also like why I like this game. I mean, this is like literally adult Lego. Like, not only do I get to build stuff, but I can actually like see what it's like to live in them. I don't know. I was once planning to be an architect. I guess some habits are old to break, I guess. Like, you know, come to think of it, this kind of looks like something my dad would do. Anyways. So yeah, here's the base. Same thought. Oh yeah, I had to build this twice already. What happened here? I laid my first foundation down at the bottom of a kind of indentation that I wasn't paying attention to, probably like right here, right? That meant the reference block or level, if I start like attaching these blocks together, well, it would take it below the water right here. So because that was happening, like everything is fine, but you know, I wasn't really paying attention to the sound, because if you walk through that building, that instance of the building, you'd hear like these splashy noises, because the surface of the blocks were literally on the water surface. So there, I was like stepping in water. So the problem with that is that electricals don't work if that happens. Like the generator won't turn on, and nothing sitting in the water will work. So yeah, took a while for me to figure that out. And that was yesterday. That was yesterday, maybe morning? I don't know. So that was happening. And so I had to rebuild this building twice. But it at least allowed me to, because I think I went a little crazy with the size when I first started. I think I was, wherever I put that reference block was a little further back than I thought the original one on my local instance was. And I remembered that the back of the building reached into the water. So, you know, naturally I started putting the blocks in, and then I put the walls up, and it's like, this is a little longer than I remembered it. And it was a lot longer. No, actually it wasn't a lot. It's more like, I'm gonna guess here. Let me see. Maybe 2 blocks. Maybe a block. Block or 2 blocks. No, you know what? It was probably in the original building, or the first building, or the first rebuilt building. I probably had it at 3 blocks. And now with this one, I think I'm looking at it now. It looks like a block. It's a block longer in width, which is fine. I mean, it was at least, you know, it's not as cramped as it used to be. And they gave me a chance to like move everything around and not make waste of stuff. like space and stuff. Like I brought the garden on the other side instead of facing this this part where I constantly had stegos like wandering in it, which wasn't really doing anything to it. It's just it was annoying. And kept this design, but then I built this out instead of a salon deck. I started with just wanting to put this over here, like this stuff over here, and then I started building it out because it just didn't look right. And then I realized, like, okay, I'll just build it out. And then as I was building out, I was like, well, I guess I could put the garden here, and I did. And it all worked out. Yeah. So, then I built the kitchen out, like here, right? Instead of that tight deck, I kind of just kept it a little open, so I could walk a dino in here if I had to, because that happens a lot when I want to dump meat into the fridge or something. Furnace is pretty much the same, but because I didn't remember how I did that, I eventually came up with this pattern with the triangles and the squares. I remember this was something I used to do when I used to play the other game, Survival Evolved. This pattern with the S structures, that's what it was called. Which is basically, this is the S structure, it's just a little fancier stuff. Well, actually, it's not. This looks like it, but this is actually the floating platforms or floating structures. The floating structures is, I don't know if this was the intended use, but it seems like you need a reference, like on the ground, like a reference block on the ground. And then everything that attaches to it can literally go into the water as long as there's water. There's no limit, it seems. Like if I wanted to, I could literally cover this lake in this structure and stuff. And they're, yeah. And because it's in water, it's always straight, right? It's always flat. So that's a bonus too. If you wanted to build on a lake like this, well, you're guaranteed. You have a built-in moat, right? You're just optimizing here, So that's that. This is the building, so you can see that. Dinos, I was going crazy a bit with just getting some dinos because the poops, at the very least, was very useful to have, and as I got dinos, I got poops, and then my garden started growing, so that worked out. Oh yeah, and that's the res statue. I thought that if I did this, it would stay forever, but let's see. Maybe it's because they restarted the server when I jumped in and back, and then it turned back into a statue. So maybe it'll stay this way, because the wonderful thing about the dedicated server is that the instance never shuts down. So when you leave, it goes on. It's a persistent reality, almost. So let's see if this works. So keep this in mind. I'm putting this video. This tree better be a tree. I'll have to log out and log back in, kind of thing, and we can check that together. We'll see. All right. Oh, but it's kind of weird because here's the other thing. It could be because there's no persons on the server, right? If this is a persistent instance, and I can tell because this time when I log out and come back in, the time is different. Instead of the time being the same as when I left. Like this game goes on when you leave, kind of thing. And I actually don't know what happens to the body. I haven't even checked what the setting is on my instance, whether it leaves the body in here or it just takes the other instance. Who knows? Oh, and the other thing is that when I log back in, what I was getting at is that when I log back in, I have to reset the distances on these things. But then it could be because I reboot the server. So we're going to have to make a mental note of that because I've already set these. because I've rebooted this instance a bazillion times, getting this to this state. I actually have to go back and I have to upgrade it slightly because they give you an intro package, right? And oh god, I have to check that too. And basically they give you like a server spec, right? No slotted kind of deal, kind of like here's your engine, and then we figured that it would support this many people. And it was like, okay, right. And then when I ran it, I looked at the lobby, and my server came up, and it said maximum 70. I was like, players. And I was like, what? I thought I had a 10 instance thing. I guess I have to set this myself. Anyways, so I have to check it, but I'll have to check it when I get back into the lobby for this and see if that's if it says 10 instead of 70, because I remember setting it. Actually, let me check. It stayed, at least should stay in my server control. See, where's my server control? Legion. So give me a sec. I'm just gonna check. Shoot. There's a few things. All right. No, not the shopping cart. Quiet area. Oh, right. Bring up my control panel. So yeah, where's my server? Oh, here. That's what I want. There we go. Server. So I'm on a hosting service. So, and it's if you're a person who trolled the lobbies, the lobby to see what's up and running where you can come in, you'll probably find that my name's on it. So, but it's password protected for now. I'm kind of just setting things up. So, I will eventually open it, I guess, once I have everything settled and I have a copy of my save point, like my perfect startup save point. I'll that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh yeah, right. That's good. I just want to see. I want to see the setting for the players count. Starting options. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I changed that. Cool. Okay. Zero save. Oh, I see. That's how it works. Okay, I got an idea. Let's actually hmm. No, I'll deal with it later. At least I'll reset it. Because I'm gonna have to go through and type passwords and blur screens, and it's like, no. I've done that before. I've been through this rodeo, so thank God I knew about that. Well, I'll worry about it later. There you go. We're fine. But yeah, let's just continue the story. Yeah, and so yeah, getting back to where I was, the dinos. These are my dinos. Just started taming them. Went through a struggle. Oh yeah, with the config settings and stuff like that. Went through a little adventure on that too. Because I read in the instructions that I had to basically look at what my local settings were, and then look at what the server settings were, and then kind of just change the settings that matched and bring over the settings that weren't written. Right? So you couldn't just like copy paste into like the bottom and stuff. You actually had to do some nitpicky things. So I was like, well, you know what? I have a Copilot license, so I'm gonna do some smart thing, put all these files in the same directory, have some Copilot AI look at my two files, tell it that I want to just basically nitpick, and then, you know, patch whatever is missing over. Literally tell it that. And when I was going through the whole problem with doing my save point and instance and stuff, that's actually what I did initially to get my settings file. Because I thought it was something to do with the settings file, but it wasn't. It was probably just my save point that was fucked. Anyways, second time round, it's going to do the same trick, and actually have to go through a few iterations of it because I actually forgot to be totally descriptive, because I had to tell it, well, this is the file from my dedicated server that I will be updating. This is the file from my local instance. Right? And here's the thing. Or actually didn't do this part in Copilot. I did this in Grok, because it was a little more worldly and was connected to the internet, and you can go and read wikis and stuff, right? Like, it wasn't a problem for Grok, right? So I actually, you know, uploaded my file, started with that, like, I think I uploaded my dedicated server file. That's it. I uploaded my dedicated server file, and I said, can you look at my Ark game user settings file, and can you make the settings on the dedicated server seem like it was the experience of a single player local instance? And it understood that I wanted it to basically tweak my instance to what most people are saying is optimal for that type of gameplay and stuff. And it did a really good job. It actually did. And there were a few things I didn't at first listen to, like that switch I told you about. That was actually key. So that affected me, but didn't affect, because so that switch, what it does, according to the description, it says that it was supposed to make it seem like accelerate bits of the parts of the game, like experiences in the game, and optimize a few things so that you as a single player or as a lone player can have a fair experience without needing a tribe to basically work with you, because the original game is tuned for a tribe, because that's the experience it wanted to do. The tribe experience. So you need, so there's they make everything dangerous, so you have to work together to basically tame dinosaurs and defeat other tribes. So, but luckily this is Unreal, so you can tweak the instance, your instance, so that it's, you know, more pleasing experience. And all it is you're just tweaking like how tough the dinosaurs are, the wild dinosaurs are, and how tough your dinosaurs are, or the tame dinos, and then how tough you are compared to them. There's like two files, the game user settings and the game.ini. Most Unreal games that I've played usually have these two files, and usually pertain to the base Unreal Engine and then the finer tweaks depending on what game you're playing. So Conan Exiles was another one that I played. And it allowed me to tweak things like how long day is. Because, you know, night is usually when all the fuckery happens anyways. So if you make the night a little too long, or you make it balanced, or you make one longer than the other, well, you have a different experience each time. So if you're on an instance that, let's say, has longer days and shorter nights, then, you know, a lot less stress trying to defend yourself at night, right? So there's that. So it tweaked it out, and I actually have to go through 3 iterations because I realized that there were actually 3 groups of things that I had to pay attention to. Well, 2. It's 2. Me and my dinos, basically. So the me thing was the player switch, which is fine. I think things seem okay now. I think because at first I noticed that I wasn't getting a lot of points, engram points, to get skills, because in my local instance it seemed quite easy to do that. Like I had more points than I knew what to do with. Like I had something like 3,000 or something like that. Of course, the difference now is that I didn't know about the Switch and played probably through the first 16 levels, missing out on the bonus points I should be getting. So I'll probably be missing out on those points in the end. But if things are taking effect now, and I should be getting the... It seems like I'm getting the points, like as I'm going up. Like every level, it seems like I'm getting more and more and more points. Yeah. Engram points. But can I get in? I wonder... Okay, let me just set my things here, because I have 3 points now. What do I want to do? Right, if I increase my melee, that means that I'll be able to collect more. So why don't I do a bit more on that? And then weight's always good. So 2 on this, and 380 is kind of a lot, though. Let's go for it. And I should have probably put it through Fortitude or something. But anyways. Oh, okay. All right. So just from those 3 points, I got 264. I don't know if I actually have it. I'm probably gonna have to revisit that actually. Like it's up from what was used, what was going on before I actually had the settings in, the one for the single player experience. But I remember there was a lot more. But I was playing on my local instance for at least a month. So yeah, anyways. Just looking at points. Anyways. So there's that. Yeah, and then as admin I spawned in all the materials I needed and armor I needed. Stuff. It's hot. Okay. Let me go my building. My air-conditioned building. Now, hypothetically, the air conditioner should cool me down. Yeah, it does. Whoa, it's a little... Maybe I need to be closer to what I'm... Oh, sorry. My nose is kind of a little stuffy. There we go. I'll stand by one. Actually, we stand upstairs. It should be air-con enough. There's like 4 air conditioners in here. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's cool. Alright, there we go. So yeah, so there's that. Oh yeah, and I have to show you the ship. The new modified ship. So, no longer the, what do I call it? The Led Zeppelin is what I call the initial one, the one on my local instance. We now have the Voyager. And it wasn't my intention to call it that, it's just when I built it out, it was like, oh fuck, it's the Voyager. You can see it. There's a disc part, and then there's the 2 nacelles. There's 2, you know, there's 2 dredgeables, you know, on the platform and stuff. It's literally Voyager. So I had to call it the Voyager. From Star Trek. Star Trek Voyager. I'm a little heavy though, actually. Right. So let's get up here. A little bigger. Sorry. Coffee. It's all sudden too. All right. So there's now this saucer section. That's all padded out. Yeah, it's on fire. Oh, fire. I'm just I'm gonna put some hide on it. I think I have to hide something, so I don't need this pelt anymore. I'm wearing this pelt. Okay, since I had infinite weight, I could carry the pelt. So I spawned in the pelt because I was freezing to death. I died once so far, and it's because I panicked and I couldn't figure out what I was gonna do. I was like dying, didn't realize I had no time or no food or nothing that would stop me from dying from freezing. You know, because I was dying from freezing. So let me just put on this. I think I need that at the moment. And I think I'll put that on the ship, just in case. I don't know why I used to be. Maybe because like, I was a much higher level than what I am now. So, my ability to jump might be slightly more enhanced because of that. So yeah, so there's this upper deck, and I now have all the stuff laid out. There's like there's seating and shooting gallery, basically. You can just sit here and shoot stuff, you know. Everything's all protected. We got our generator going, got a smithy, a forge, everything you need to do stuff on the rock, like make weaponry, make ammo, and shoot stuff. It's literally a shooting gallery that can fly. It's awesome. Hang on. Close that. Then we have the same set of ladders. We have a back door. We can load on small animals like dogs and cats and stuff, like we did yesterday. So we got the cargo to do that. What else we got? Oh yeah, and I built out this fridge since there's no generator here anymore. That's still a little open. I got this caged in, but because of the tiles I have to use to get that saucer shape or nose shape, I couldn't do that same nice layout I had before. So anyways, it flares out a little over here. That's fine. Doesn't look that bad. It's not what I wanted, but it doesn't look that bad. And that's what I'm gonna be flying in. I haven't done the ship. But as I was saying, I need the ship because for bigger dinos, if I'm going to bring them over, like I think, I'm trying to remember what I had to load on. Like anything like stegos or triceratops and stuff. If I need to transport any of them from one, ankylos, yeah. I guess I could fit an ankylo in here. I guess it wouldn't be that bad. I'm just trying to think, do I really need... I mean, because this ship will carry anything now. Because I've got the better Zeppelin, and it's supposed to give me like 8 times the weight or something like that. And I think I actually have it set at like 8.5 or something. The server one. So that's fine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Because, you know, I built quite massive things on the Quetzals. Like, Quetzals had platforms. That's the other cool things Quetzals can do, is you can literally build a floating base on it. Or a flying base. So that's something my Ark friends and I used to do. We used to build these tricked out flying bases with Quetzals and stuff, and we would actually, I think, with my first tribe, we did this thing where we did the skybox trapping of a Quetzal. I've done a couple of times. It's actually, it's a little nerve-wracking because there's not a lot of space in something you can build on a, because you had to build this on a Quetzal. So it's a flying base built on a Quetzal, but more like a flying trap built on a Quetzal. So you basically build this box that's pretty much as big, because you only have to encompass the body, like the wings clip and stuff on a Quetzal anyway, so you just have to encase the body. So you built a box on top of a Quetzal that you can sit in, and you can also fit the Quetzal through. And then you put on one end like these big doors, like garage doors, or what they call it, behemoth gates or something like that, or gates, because the Quetzal can get through that. And then so what you would do is you would have to do it with 2 people, but I've actually done it with 1. I managed to do it with 1, which was amazing, but I could only do that once. It was just everything aligned, and I was just lucky and stuff that it was just in the path, and I was just right at the right place where it just flew right in. And then I popped the door, and then it was a bit of a freak out because the problem with the skybox is that there's a slight chance, because of the way you laid your box out on top of the platform, that the wings of a Quetzal could momentarily phase you through the structure, and you'll fall from wherever you are. All right, so there's that. Now, the other thing is too, the moment that the Quetzal moves, your Quetzal moves, the other Quetzal will just clip right through it. It'll just fly off. But if your Quetzal doesn't move, then the trapped Quetzal is trapped in the box. So you would have to now perform the taming in the air. Which is okay. Oh, that's it. You have to perform the taming in the air. You had to perform the whole taming in the air. So, and if your Quetzal moves at any point of the taming, then the other Quetzal will fall through once you knocked it out and fall to the ground. Now, most of the time, unless you manage to catch it above Herbivore Island, there's a Quetzal that goes from Herbivore Island to the volcano or something like that, back and forth. So if you manage to knock it out in the air over Herbivore Island, which is, not that easy, but doable. Somebody with, like, maybe a rifle and tranq darts could do it, and who's good at shooting in game. And then either get carried or get on some mount, and some dude was flying, and then take a shot from, you could take a shot from the mount and take it out. Now the thing is, if you don't take it out fast enough, the Quetzal will start moving, of course, trying to escape, which narrows the window to which you have to, because if you weren't going to skybox trap it, you're going to knock it out. you want it to fall onto Herbivore Island, right? Because if it falls in the water, it will drown. So yeah, so that's kind of the that was the game back then. Now with the mod I put in, the Ramsey's Trap mod, apparently there's a skybox trap. So I'll probably do a show to do that trap or that taming, which would be interesting stuff. Anything else? Oh, I forgot to put this. Oh yeah, I was gonna put it in here. Oh, let me just put that away. So anyway, so that's the tour. And this is now on my dedicated server, which means that if I want people to join, I just literally have to give them a password and they can come and join me on the show. Then this is not the only game I'll be playing, or I'll be doing videos for. I'm actually considering doing one I watched recently. I think I saw, who was it? I think it was Pippa. Yeah, I saw her do Class of 2009. It seemed like a cool game, but definitely not for kids. It looked like a lot of fun, so I was gonna do my own playthrough of it. So I have it. I actually bought the collector's, or the full collection edition. So I have that, and it's 2 spin-offs or something. So I'll be playing through that. I think there's a couple games that I really enjoyed playing that were like visual novels, like Class of 2009 is a visual novel. There's a couple that I really enjoyed playing that I did playthroughs in my previous channel. I might do a redo of that because I enjoyed those games a lot. A Filipino game I played, which took place in the Philippines. So a Filipino dev group with a story that's based in the Philippines. Something like Until Then. Something like that. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Valhalla. I wanted to play not part 2. There was a new game, kind of based on, in the same reality, I think, as Valhalla, the drinking visual novel game. It's called, had a similar name, that kind of thing, with the play on letters and stuff. But the only one of the differences I read is that it uses real alcohol instead of, or real alcohol, instead of the synth alcohol. So I don't know if it makes it more difficult. I guess it's the same gameplay, just different names, which might be interesting. There's that. And there's one other game I was thinking I wanted to do a playthrough. I did Nightingale in my previous channel too, and I think I want to do that. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do my WoW stuff. I'm hoping in the fall raiding will pick up, and I'll be able to do some videos on some of the raiding, because Conclave was actually doing really well. I really enjoyed raiding with Conclave. I haven't left because I actually like the guys. They're kind of cool, like, you know, underdog type group and stuff. And upper management had life happen, IRL stuff, and had to step away from the game for a bit. So that kind of like put a stop to our raiding pretty much. And I've had to basically raid with other groups. Managed to find this other group. They're okay. They're not. I got pissed off on Sunday because, like, you know, maybe it's because they don't think to put it in the channel that the sign up was on, but I saw somebody had posted later on in another raid channel that they had to cancel the raid because there wasn't enough participation, and it's understandable. I mean, it's summer and stuff, but, you know, at least tell us in both channels, you know? So anyways, I've been raiding with these guys. They're okay. I'm kind of like their heavy tank or the mitigation tank, and you know, certain fights you need a mitigation tank, and the other two are paladins, what I remember. So anyways, I mean, if we don't continue, if Conclave doesn't continue raiding anytime soon, I'm still gonna. I mean, the other guild's planning to go to beyond this. So I guess the next stop is, I keep forgetting what this place is called, Hyjal. So maybe I'll get some Hyjal raiding. We'll see. So World of Warcraft, Nightingale. Oh, right. I saw that Pal World was different. And they had won their lawsuit, I think, against Nintendo. I was trying to shut them down. So I might do a local instance of Pal World to see what it's like. But, you know, I don't know, it's just I was kind of bored of it. You know, I was kind of bored of that style of crafting, and the blocks are just too cookie cutter for me. You know? I mean, I like Ark because of the things you can do with Ark, and it's just like every little block is all cutesy, you know, and there doesn't seem to be any mods. I haven't even checked. Maybe there are now mods for Palo. I don't know. I think it's built on Unreal. I'm not sure. Is it? Yeah, it would make sense if it was, because like it had breeding built in and everything. So I'll have to check. The other two games I was playing, and I was enjoying for various reasons. Windrose, really good, realistic pirate game, or realistic graphics pirate game. Love everything about the game. I guess I was just a little too timid in the beginning, because like the ocean is pretty intimidating actually in that game, and it reminded me actually of Black Desert's ocean. If you ever played Black Desert, it's got a beautiful ocean. The game is actually it's very pretty, and realistic looking, but the ocean is beautiful. It's like realistic. Well, I felt like I was in the ocean when I was like in the ocean, my little boat in Black Desert, and Windrose started giving me that feeling that, wow, I really don't like being on the ocean. And I've been on the ocean before too, and it's sort of like, I remember being on the boat and thinking like, I felt like an astronaut, you know, like I'm gonna have to accept that something horrible could happen, and if it's out here, it would be horrible anyways. So you know, that always goes in my mind whenever I go out in the ocean. I've been out on the ocean at least twice or three times, you know, and I've been over the ocean by plane, maybe 2 handfuls at times and stuff. And every time I go on one of those trips, it's sort of like, I'm gonna have to accept, you know. Anyways, this being a little morbid here. So anyways, where was I going with this? So yeah, Windrose gave me those feelings. So when the mission started saying, well, now you're gonna have to go across the ocean, and on top of that, there are like these nasty pirates out there. Um, and so part of the game was basically, you know, either avoiding the pirates, which is nerve-wracking because they had cannons and stuff, or engaging them, which means, you know, you're gonna have to start firing cannons and boarding ships and doing sword play over the ocean, the open ocean, where anything the fuck can happen, you know, and then you're just stuck out there drowning and stuff. So I got to a point where it's like, well, you know, if, it would be fun if I was playing with other people, but there is no other people. And my crewmates are useless. So I started not playing that game, but I really like the look. I really like the graphics, and I like the crafting. The building's really nice. You know, nice pieces. The blocks were a little, maybe a tad bit cookie cutter, but you know, I guess they had to do that to make it more piratey. But I like the resource gathering, and the gameplay was basically go to different islands, get it for resources, and then you might have to fight a few pirates here and there, and then on top of that, you might have to fight a few pirates out in the ocean. So everything up until you might have to fight some pirates out in the ocean, I was cool with. And then when it came to fighting pirates on the ocean, I didn't have anybody I could play with. It was like, well, maybe not, you know. But then I started playing this other one that was very similar, but the only thing is the graphics were like, well, not Minecraft, but they were more, how do I say, simple polygon. It was like playing with not quite Lego people, but kind of that style, just more proportional. Just they all look like Lego people, kind of, to me. Have generic like Lego faces, and I've never seen my own face, but I can imagine I was probably very cartoony, Lego-y and stuff. So yeah, and you know, so at first I wasn't really too crazy about the look. But then I got on the boat, and then you can have 4 different sizes of boat, and I at that point I had the little sailboat, and then I finally got a pirate ship, or not a pirate ship, a schooner or whatever, which also gave you kind of a space where you can kind of like make your own little base and stuff, where you can put all the crafting stations you need on the boat. You can put it anywhere on the boat, which was kind of cool. But then they had like this like enclosed space inside the boat that you can make your own little bedroom and stuff. So that was cool. And the gameplay was pretty good. I mean, it was decent. And it was very similar, except you didn't have to engage pirates. So that was cool. Like, there were pirate islands, but you didn't have to engage the pirate in the oceans. So that was fun. And then they had other things you can do, like you could get like a trawler, basically, put on your boat, and then you can get to a spot that's like below in the water. You can actually use the trawler to pull out like treasure and stuff. So it was more on the island adventure than pirate theme. And then of course it was just more cell shaded and more Lego people like. You know what? Maybe not Lego. You know, like that toy mobile toys where they had slightly more proportional. It was kind of like that. Yeah. And then same coloring, actually. It looked like mobile people. You know? And the ocean was fine. It was rendered fine. I mean, was it realistic? No, I guess it was cartoony looking, but it still gave me that little bit of a thrill riding the oceans, because there were like these huge waves and stuff, and you have to ride your little schooner. And it's probably realistic, to tell you the truth. This is probably what being on the ocean's like, with the big waves and stuff, you know? And it had weather. What else did it have? It had diving and swimming and stuff. And I know Rose had the same thing, but I just was too chicken shit to try it myself. Yeah, so I might do those and all that. So that's in the plan. Let's see. So that's kind of my plans so far, and that's why I've at the very least set up this server, because I think I'm gonna have some friends come over and play Ark Survival Ascended, and see how that goes, and then we can all, like, basically it's like I wanna kind of push it off as like, hey, think of it as like you're going hunting with your buddies and stuff, and you can do whatever you want. That's kind of the experience I want to give them. I mean, it wouldn't be the pure Ark experience where you're basically surviving and stuff. Just kind of an intro, hey, let's go hunting. It's kind of fun. And I might actually build the boat to do that, to do fishing trips, because I used to enjoy fishing trips with my buddy who I played Ark with. We used to just go out on a boat, and then what would be cool is that we'd try to go fishing in the swamp, and then once in a while, of course, we'd get like a sarco attack or a snake, and so that was kind of cool. So that's why I set up like this whole server, and that's why I'm kind of like making things a little more permanent, like making stuff out of steel, and building these steel crafts and stuff, so I can just kind of pick them up, and they can just kind of settle here, get the bearings, learn how to trap things and stuff, and then they can go anywhere they want. They can build like their own boats if they have to, and I can just like, do whatever, and then do videos on like cool stuff to do in the game. This for now is probably going to be my main project for my channel at the moment. I'll start doing the class of 2009 probably when I come back, which is another thing. Yeah, I'm going to be away for a couple of days too, so I might pop in during if I can find a quiet spot. But yeah, my laptop's, it's okay. It's just I don't think I can do all three on my laptop. So whereas here I have two computers actually doing the show and stuff. So definitely wouldn't be a stream or anything like that. Yeah, and yeah, and that's the other thing. I'm leaving today, so probably got another error. So I want to do something short, kind of test stuff out. So what do we have? A few things we're going to need to do. A few things I need. I've been trying to like not spawn in animals. I haven't spawned in any animals. I've trapped, and I just spawned in stuff to trap them and then tame them and stuff. I didn't spawn in the animals themselves, so didn't seem like fun to do it that way, anyways. But everything else spawned in, but the thing is, I also had to like level up, sort of, and not. But the thing is, I had to figure out how to admin so that I would level up my character, because I wasn't gonna fuck my character by doing admin boost on it, because I remember when I did it before, it used to fuck my character. I don't know why. Anyways, so I wanted my character to level up through just experience, but at the same time, when you're an admin not killing stuff, that becomes a really slow process, and since I was spawning everything in, I wasn't getting XP for building stuff because I wasn't, so I had to figure, okay, what's the minimal I need to build, and then at least something else for me to build so I can level on. So I'm figuring that game out again before I open the server and all that. But at least I got my base built before going on my trip. That's what I wanted to do. So things I have to do. So I'm missing animals. I need birds, obviously. And I think the easiest one to get first is the duck, which I found very useful. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. And then maybe a carnivorous something. I have infinite freedom. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. See, if I didn't have infinite weight on, I wouldn't be able to walk right now because I'm carrying all 3 traps, as you can see. All right. So things we're going to need. We need arrows, we need narco, and then we need taming stuff. I might have to spawn a few in. Never know. I'll take all the narcos I have. I'm really limited on arrows at the moment. Should probably sit here and do a few builds. I unfortunately didn't load Ark Survival Ascended on my laptop. So I'll see if I can actually do that tonight. Play from my laptop. If I can actually do this stuff. Right, we need some kibble. I don't need a lot, so I'll get the 82 and the simple kibble. And you know what? I'll just take the prime stuff just in case. All right, and I think we're good. All right, so we're gonna need. Oh shoot! I know what we need. I'm gonna tuck one more thing. Let's first put all this food in so we don't spoil it. Put it in our fridge. Let's do it. Put that all in the fridge. This here for now. And I'm gonna keep. No, I'm gonna keep these all. Actually, no, I won't. So if I keep this on me, whatever I ride on will be heavy too. So no, put this in here for now. Okay. What else do we need? I don't think. Do I need anything else? Actually, you know what? There's something I need to do. I'm saving my world. Just in case I fuck up. Alright. Got the statue and everything. So if no, I'm not carrying any animals, because I need animals. So there's that. I got the trap duck. I need a duck. Oh, right. Do I have fishing rod? That's wood fiber. Okay, that's of something inside. And I might have to. I'm gonna have to summon in sap anyways, so I'll do that. So I need to look up more adminning. Hang on. What's this? Just showing you what I'm doing. I'm looking up the item on this list, so I need sap. I copy the cheat code. I've already put in my password for my admin, so I don't need to worry about that. And then all you need to do is you call it the console. And then you paste in this, and then the first number is how many you want. So we want 100 sap. Right, okay, so there's that. Let's do another thing. Alright, we need both things. So we're going to make one storage box and one fishing rod. One for wood? Yes, it did. Nope, don't want to take it apart. I want to withdraw. So it access inventory. I love this mod actually. This is pretty chill. I like this like dispensary kind of thing. All right. So we need wood, thatch, and fiber. I think I have some here. Dump the wood in. No, we need it on us. So we need this and thatch. So we need thatch. So if we go to crafting, first thing I want to do is rod. Craft. One. Oh, there is a craft one option. Okay. The next thing I'm going to need is storage. Small one. I only want one of these, so craft one. And everything you do in this game, you get XP for, so that's why I'm now doing this. Wait, where'd my rod go? Hello? Oh, because I did storage. Stone arrow, right. That's why I did it. Alright, so we have a rod. Put a rod here. And we need some sap. No. There we go. Alright, so we got fishing. Let me show you how fishing works in this game. We need a bench. Did I put a bench up? No, I didn't. Need a bench. Must have been on the raft. Okay, let's get a bench. Put it in here. I think I put it in here. Oh, wait. Strange. I put it. I looked in the wrong cabinet. Yeah, I must have put it in the wrong cabinet. It must be on the inside. Yeah. Or I might have to make some. Oh, wait. I think it's in the wrong cabinet. Oh, there it is. Is it a table? It's 2 benches. All right. So what we need is we need fish to tame a duck. So let's get some fish. What I'm gonna do is if you want to go fishing in this game, you need a bench. That's the first thing you need. So I'm gonna put one here. Put one on the craft too, because I'm gonna need to fish while I'm on the craft sometimes. I wonder if I can actually put it on this thing. Ew. Hey, come on. What the hell? Oh, it's because I have something on. Hang on. Bench. Where's bench? 8. There we go. Where do I want to put the bed? There's a fish there. Put a bench on this thing? Hey. No. Actually, let's not miss this opportunity. He's fishing out over there. Let's put one here. Go here. Now take your rod out. That fish was in this vicinity over here. So we just cast the line in. Now, what happens? You just have to remember how to punch the keyboard. I know it was in here. Is there a fish? Yep, there he is. Boom. X. X. E. S. D. Q. W. S. Reeled in. What do we got? How much fish? Oh, baby. Look at that. Let's unmount. That's a pretty nice fish, actually. Let's cook that up. Man, the content I could make in this game. Wait, that was prime fish, wasn't it? Alright, so we got prime fish, actually. Let's just pat it a little more. Prime meat. So the prime meat I'll put in the steamer, or whatever they call this. Smoker. That's it. Let's put this in the smoker, put these in our freezer. Got enough oil. What else we got here? Prime fish. We got fish and prime fish. Right, let's get these on our freezer in the boat. So we don't forget any of this stuff. I'm not my fridge down here. Nice and cool. And we need, oh yeah, this is a box. And the reason why I have the box, I'm going to put it against the rail. Let's see. Okay. Right. Yeah, this way. You know what? Set directions on these. Yeah, that's it. All right. Okay. So the reason why I wanted the box is I wanted to put the box here. There's the other bench. Oh, no. I'll put it here. What's the theme box? Yarr. Scurvy. 38. So I'll just put 38 in here. For now. I don't think I need anything else. I'm not going to do... Actually, you know what? There. No, you know what? I'll stock this up later. But that's the idea. Oh, sunflowers. Right. I should put that in the freezer. I think. Oh, yay. Okay, good. That freezes forever? Yeah. That freezes forever? Yeah. Okay. We don't need any of these things. But we'll put it on the bench on the ship. Alright. There's one more thing I want to do. Actually, we have to catch another fish, just to be sure. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. It's gonna be evening soon. Let's take a flight. There's two things I want to capture. I need something that basically is a carnivore. Because right now, I have to pick meat off stuff, and it's very inefficient. So, if I have a carnivore, that'll fix that. Now, carnivore is slightly larger. We'll have to tame it. Did I put all of the stuff I need here? Yeah. So we got 4 primes, we got kibble, and we got prime jerky and fish. We just either want to tame one. I only have time to tame probably one of those. So the idea is we'll fly over to fly over to the mainland, up the river, where I might see a Spino, because one always spawns there. And then if that comes up, then I'll figure a way to tame it. Or wait till next time. Spino might be tricky because I'm not quite sure. I know. Oh, that's right. I don't know if we'll be able to, anyways. I'll see if one's out there. Then we'll go get a duck. It's most likely what's going to happen. Because I need. I'll probably need a hell of a lot more arrows and a lot more narcs, but if it's tough enough, it won't be a problem. It pretty much can handle itself. I mean, I was the one who killed the last one. So, on my local instance, I mean. So, I'm gonna put these away, fly over there. We want a duck. And not quite sure if we'll be able to get everything we need, but, you know, we'll give it a try. Because it's evening. You know what? Because it's evening, I'm gonna do Gamma 2. Let's see what 2. No, 2's too dark. Gamma 3. Yeah, that's okay. We'll go with Gamma 3. Let's make ourselves light. Moving my stuff around. Let's go. Okay. I think we're all good. Want a duck. I either want a duck or a pelican, I mean. Or a... And spot out if there's a spot. So during setting up the server, on top of the struggles with the setup itself, and then trying to copy my instance over, failing at it, and then having to get to the state where I'm basically adminning my way to my previous state, which is fine in the end. Oh yeah, on top of that, had one not so great experience with their help, with the hosting help. But I think my wife was right. Glad I was dealing with an AI, because nobody can be this dense and rude, you know? Kind of like you give them the problem, and they kind of like front load a whole bunch of things you've already said. You've already done yourself. And then generic answers, you know, probably should have queued in on it. Anyways. So there was a... Oh yeah, and then I had to... They give you like a base spec for the server to run Ark with 10 players. Oh, there's our Spino. Look at that. See how gorgeous he is. Take a look at this. I guess I'll go up. Be careful. Aren't you gorgeous? Let's see what level you are. That's a beautiful... Ooh, level 10. Very nice. All right. How am I going to do this? Where'd he go? Oh, he's in there. Okay, I'm going to need setup over there. All right, I know what I have to do. The only problem is, I don't have... It's gonna be a little problematic. thinking. What do I need? Okay. This goes here, and this goes there. Double that. This goes here. This goes there. All right. Oh, that wasn't my gate. Thought it was. All right. I think we're okay. All right. Let's just get perspective. What do we? Still there? All right. So the idea is I'm bait. I think there's anything here. Where is he? Great. Whoa. The hell? Hang on. We're gonna have to do some flying. Just make sure we're secure. A lot easier if I had a flare. Oh, there he is. Alright, hang on. I wonder if I can land on this. Kinda neat if I could. Maybe? Ooh. Damn. We're good. Alright. Thing to remember for next time. Alright. Let's see if we can get him. There you go. Oh. Not here. Here. Did I knock it out already? Damn it. Oh, this is problematic. I don't think he'll die. It's just he's not there. Is he dead? He's not supposed to die. There's supposed to be water. Oh, well, I fucked that up. It's like I didn't think he would go out that so quickly. Oh well. There you go. Let's get on. I think he's done. I don't see him though. Shouldn't be dead. Oh, maybe he fell down. I can't remember if down there are there Diplodocuses. Oh well. Let's go down the river. See if we can get our ducks. See that thing again. I guess I could get a shark. I guess with a shark I can fish better. Whoa, what was that? Like a glitch. That's weird. It's down there. Walks aggressive, whatever it is. Ooh, is that a spider? What the fuck's that? Oh, it's a Carno. And a Tyranno. Oh. A Rex is here. That's a Rex. Huh. Interesting. That's weird, because in my instance it wasn't this hazardous. Huh. Well, that changes everything. I think those are Allosaurus, actually. They're the ones who hunt in packs. Or is, no, that's a Carnotaur and a Tyranno. Something like that. Well, a Carnotaur would be nice. Alright. We can't do... I know. Just know exactly what we need to do. What the hell was that? Oh. We need a flying thing. That's our first mission. It's weird because in the local instance, I didn't have those dinos spawning there. Like, I would fly over here, and the only thing there would be is those Diplos. Diplodocuses. Kind of mini Brontos, I guess. Now, let's see. You know what? I think I might focus on getting that duck. Or a pelican. Let's get a pelican. There's another jump. It's me. There's a green over there. The loot boxes actually have been pretty good. I've gotten some pretty good stuff off it. I remember that one time I needed some burr pelts and it just dropped out of the box as I was talking about it. Let's see if we can grab this one. Ooh, there's something there. Silo? What's that? It's a dilo. Right. Yeah, dilo. They can be aggressive. I have a ghillie suit on, so it shouldn't see me. Ooh. Nice treasure. What's that? It's a tribute. Oh. Let's get out of here. Land here, actually. That would have been dangerous if I had pets. Didn't just land. It's weird how some of this stuff doesn't register as land. There we go. Alright. Let's put that fish in the freezer. Oh, not bad. Ramshackle cloth boots. Oh, a stego. Nice. Alright, let's put these away. There we go. Let's go. Not having a bird was problematic doing a trap. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just check. Should be safe here. God. Oh, what happened there? What we got? Apple 11. Ecthornus. I think those are thieves. What's that? Bugs, I think. It's a pterodactyl. And pterodactyls are weak sauce. At least with the Pelagornis, you could land in the water. Yeah, I think the Ichthornis are the ones that steal. And the Pelagornis are the fishers. Ah, that's a Pelagornis. That level. What's a thing? Ichthornis. Level 3. Disappeared. Oh, must have went fishing. What's that? It's a Packy, probably. Interesting. Yeah, it's a Packy. Ooh, raptor. That's a raptor. Nice. All right. You know what? I don't have anything on. Let's get him here. Aha. Come on, bitch. You and your friends come aboard. I can use people like you. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? Raptor. Raptor. Oh, there you go. I'll come aboard. You gonna hitch a ride? You can hitch a ride. Got all my drawers closed anyways. Come up a ramp. There we go. Oh, there he is. Huh. Oh, dark in here. Let's see the other guy here. What's that? That's a Pelagornis. What's an Ichthornis? Ooh, too bad. Man, those things are aggressive. Bad attitude. Just gonna come steal shit from me. Alright. Whoa. What the hell? Oh, that was a shark, wasn't it? not a shark. No, it's a shark. It's a shark. Ate the bird I just killed. Or pranked. Let me check if that Spino came back up. Wait, am I in the right spot? It should be. Oh, there's the raptors. Zip, sexies. Stop. Let's take these out, boys. What's up, boys? That's one. Jerk, dude. Nice. I think we're clear. All right. Let's make this quick, boys. I don't know how much time we have. Gonna need supplies. Right. No. Let's see. Prime jerky. This prime jerky should do. Alright. Let's do this. Oop, wrong side. Still knocked out. Full floor. Where's the other one? There he is. Level 8. Nice. Put the other 4 here. Should be good. She's female. Interesting. Topar's going down pretty quick, though. Might need some knockout stuff. It should keep me heading. Let's increase the... Should boost it up. This one will probably need to inject a few more. Gonna make some saddles for you. You're gonna be so cool. Hello. It's a baby raptor. Look at that. You're too cute. Come back here. Imprint. Oh no. If I imprint, I'm gonna have to beat it. Fuck it. How long are you gonna take? Hopefully that Thorn just doesn't come here. These things are annoying. Come on, man. Oh fuck. Die low. Yeah, you do that. That's right, dude. You be my personal bodyguard. Husbando is a little disappointing, though. Need that for now. Come on, man. It's almost there. Wait, while we're waiting. Crap. It's gotta be automatic. Might have to tell him to wait somewhere. Repark it, and bring it back in. call you a Dubbo. Right? Let's see. Okay. Give you some food. All right, come on. Come on, boys. Over here. See if you can come in. Come on. Up here. Hang on. All right, go over here. Over here. Come on. You will wait here. Open the craft and then get you back in. There we go. Much better. There you go. Let's go. Come on, boys. Where's the other one? Come on. You're a little slow there. Come on. In here. Am I gonna have to? Yeah, you're a little retarded, aren't you? Hang on. No, 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 no. Oh, that's up. There. All right, let's try this. Raptor. Crafting. Raptor. Raptors. Raptor saddle. Hide fiber wool. Okay. Hide fiber wool. Right. Nice to know. I'm. Wait. Where'd we go? What's your weight? More weight than that. Ooh, up. Wait. There we go. All right. Over here. Ooh. Why can't you get up? He's a little retarded. All right. You know what? I don't really have time for this. I guess I'll get a raptor saddle. No. Oh, I'm dying again. I need to get my off on. 2. All right. Stay here. My chest. There. Better. These saddles, I don't know, I'll be able to ride these. One. Two. Let's give you more weight. You don't have any weight. There. Right. No, of course not. Oop. I can. Nice. Stay here. Hey, Krang. Let's go. Ooh, that's not bad. All right. Stay here. Sorry. All right. All right, boys, let's go home. I don't know, I guess that Spino's dead. Well, let's check. Oh. It's a Carno. Well, it's a good thing I got out of there. Let's go home. There's that shark. Yeah, those raptors are going to come in handy because they're carnivores. So if I have them go eat up stuff I kill, it'll increase the amount of meat they'll get coming in. I think I had the benefit last time in my local instance of having, what did I have? At the Therosaur, the Terror thing. It's supposed to be good with ripping up meat. It's supposed to be the best, but I didn't really use it for that. Oh yeah, and I had the Sarco, the alligator. So I needed something. Those raptors are kind of cool. It's kind of cool that they can actually carry me, especially with all the gear on. The thing is, I won't be able to carry much, so. I think I'm going to be cutting it short today anyways. I've got get ready for my trip. I'm going to start packing soon. So I think I'll just lander. I'm actually going to have to figure out how I'm going to feed them. I have to go kill a few things. What's that? It's a weird looking bird. Alright, let's see if I can land this thing without crashing into the building. Starting on our descent. There we go. interesting. Alright. Right, you guys were here. Alright. Let's see if we can get you somewhere. Let's get you situated. Hopefully you guys can follow. There we go. Got 2 names. Go. The other one go. Don't tell me the other one's an idiot. Ooh, he's quick. Okay, you can stay here. That sure idiot husband. Husbando. Hey, where'd you go? Hello? Not sure why you did that. Yeah. You're a little bit of an idiot. So I'm gonna rename you. Let's not call you a Debo. Let's call you... Wait. Call you Husbando. There we go. Wait. Husbando. Husbando. Yeah. And you, let's give you a prettier name. Oh, wait. Here. Is that how you spell it? I can't even spell Bayonetta. That's her name. Bayonetta. 1 M. Bayonetta. There we go. Husbando. Alright, Husbando. This way. Oh, you're that idiot. Come on. Alright. Does it say he's stupid or something? Attacking your target. Let's put you all on passive so you don't go beating up stuff up. There we go. Plant bearing. What's that mean? What do you have in your inventory? Oh, wait. Stay here. Sweet. Oh, your melee is pretty high. Need some weight bearing. Yeah, you can celebrate. Put more weight bearing. Stay here. We're gonna have to feed him some meat, unless I have some in the fridge. Let me just check. I wasted it all. We're going to kill birds. They're useless. Come on, you gotta be like the Jurassic Park. You know? Oh, this one will do. This idiot will do. Parasaur. Hey. Do I have the traps? I didn't bring the traps with me. Oh. You know what? This will do. Should have thought of this first. Grab. Hey up. I'm going to get traps. Small ones. Small, medium. Small, medium. Large, you can put away. Yeah. Now, let's do it. What's the wrong side open? I rock a little bit, but I need to put meat inside. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trap one of these critters. Be a parasaur. Mine is small. So nine. Trap. Pink. Heal it. Which meat did you get? I think you need to increase your melee. Alright. Check. Okay. I got level up myself. Alright, so there was a kid here too, wasn't there? I think wandered off. There he is. Somewhere. Quick too, which is like what I like. Alright. Oh, I left it for a while. Alright. Did you give me a lot of meat? Ah, look at that. Alright. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Transfer. There. Alright. So you should be okay for a while. Do I need more weight? I just want more damage. Alright. You can, give you half that. And one of these. There you go. What do you got? Give you this. And that. Alright. That cage. Oh, I took the cage back, so it's back on my side. Turn that off. And we take the lovely stack primates. Should have enough for a couple of days, so I will put this in. Put this out. Take that out too. Alright. Put these in here for now. Have some rot. Let's put that in the rot collector. Put that. Where is it? Going to deposit. I am going to pull. Bingo. Pull from local. Nice. If I have any here. Pull from local. 9. Okay. Wood. Pull from local. Alright. Oh yeah, because I pulled all the ones. I think we're good for now. Alright, we're getting there. We got our 2 carnivores, so we still need a flyer. Probably want to get a Pelagornis or a Pelican. Ooh, something I should note. So I went through... That flight took us about 1,000 fuel. Right, so I should keep a note of that. Actually, do I have a lot of oil? I should have oil now. Oh, look at that. As soon as we go away from the instance, render view. I wonder if this changed. Settings? Just reset? No, that's fine. Let's check what we have. Security visor. Oh wait. What's wrong? We're out of patch. There we go. Let's put that in. Just the collector. Oh no, we're not out of thatch. There we go. Come on. We can. Okay, that's fine for it. Alright, I'm gonna lock up. So I will be gone for a couple of days. Start putting the traps in here. Sure. Batch here. Oil and raw. All right. Good. All right. So, short session this time. We got our carnivores, like I said. I showed you around the new setup on a dedicated server. And hopefully once I got all my animals and stuff set up, I'll be opening it up soon and inviting some people to come over and fight and stuff. So anyways, that's it for now. I will be away for maybe a couple of days. Who knows? We'll see. But I'll definitely be back by Monday and continue streaming. Do more of our adventures in Ark. Right. Till next time, I will talk to y'all later. Cheers.
Buong araw mo, alam ko, pawis pa sa leeg mo. Buo kang tumakbo sa mundo mo maingay. Ako muna sandali, tagahawak ng gabi. Pagod mo, iwan mo sa pintuan, baby. Hayaan mo munang huminga, yung pangalan mo sa labi ko. Matagal kitang hinintay sa dulo ng araw na to. Pag-uwi mo na, sa'kin ka muna. Pag-uwi mo na, buong gabi sa kamay mong hinawakan ko, pero sa mesa ko may malamig na baso. At sa bawat tunog mo, pagpasok pa lang ng pinto, parang may ilaw na dahan-dahang bumababa. Hayaan mo munang matunaw yung bigat sa balikat mo. Hindi na kailangang magmadali, may oras tayong dalawa. Pag-uwi mo na, sa'kin ka muna. Pag-uwi mo na, buong gabi na ako ang pahinga mo. Ako ang hihinga mo. Pag-uwi mo na, sa'kin ka muna. Basang-basa man ang mundo sa labas ng ating pinto. Dito habi sa bisig ko, tahimik ang todo. Gusto mo dahan-dahan, guguhit ako sa iyong pangalan, hanggang mapagod ang buwan sa pagtingin sa ating dalawa. Wala nang dapat patunayan, tapos na ang takbuhan. Ilatag mo ang sarili mo sa aking kandungan. Paggabi na ang naging sagot sa lahat Uwi